So, the heart, or the heart chakra, as you may have heard it called, I'm going to try to explain, I am going to explain what it is, what it's for, and why it's important that you know what it is and how to keep it open. So, the heart chakra, you could look at it as the physical heart. If you watch a mother holding a baby or an animal, like if you have a little dog or something and you watch how someone holds it, generally they will hold it to their heart. And you can see and almost sense that there's a transference of some sort occurring when a mother holds a baby to their heart, or maybe you have even held a little dog or a baby to your heart. There is some sort of super mundane experience occurring where love is being transferred from your chest into that baby or that dog. So the heart chakra, it's kind of where that energy is originating from. It is in your chest. And it's not necessarily originating from your chest. It's probably originating more from the spirit plane or the non-physical plane, but where it materially manifests is in your chest. And so you want to keep this thing open at all the times. And by keeping it open, I mean you want to be, if you're looking at it as a psychological thing, you want to be open to your surroundings. You don't want to be closed off to them. You want to be open to people and their experiences and not closed off. You don't want to go into hatred or any type of negative emotion, because that's going to start shutting it off progressively more and more the more intense the hatred gets. And so you want to keep this open. And when it does close, when you do go into a feeling of, even a feeling of irritation will start to close it. And then probably the most intense closure would be some sort of intense fear, like terror, and hatred would be a pretty intense closure as well. And the problem with having it closed is you can no longer properly discern your actions and how they're affecting yourself and others. So if the heart is closed, you can do pretty much anything. If you're operating from a state of fear or hatred, you can do things and you don't in the moment understand what the effect they're going to actually have is. So if you're angry at someone and say you call them a bad name, in the moment it feels completely justified when you're operating from that anger. But the problem with anger is it's temporary, and then eventually you do come out of it and you see, oh man, like what did I just do? You know the feeling. Everyone does this at some point or another. And that's the problem with these emotions that close the heart, is in the moment they're okay, but then they're so temporary, and once they end, you're at a deficit because you've just caused a bunch of pain. So, I mean, the objective obviously is to keep the heart open, keep yourself in a positive state of mind, cultivate love and kindness and gentleness and openness and respect. Respect is a big one, because if you're always in a state of respect, it's very hard to close the heart. And if you're having a lot of trouble keeping the heart open, change your environment, or maybe buy a dog, do something external, because it can be very hard to change the internal, especially if you're deep into like negativity of some sort. So like if you're, addicted to being angry and you just try to will yourself to stop being angry without changing anything else, willpower sometimes isn't enough. So you've got to get clever, even move to a city that's more peaceful, or whatever it takes. But it is a serious thing, so you're going to want to pull all the stops. And I really do think moving, if you think it might help you, is in this case justified, because it's so important to keep the heart open.